Hey, I want to do something real quick. My voice is gone. You can't see a lot here, but look at all the black and gray. You can't see much. You can follow these people. Everything, nobody has any color. They're like bricks in the wall. Just no colors. You know, we're not talking about, there's a gal that has blue, just black, gray. It tells her there she's got blue on. It's rare. So anyway, see, and that's the thing saying. See, gray is not good or bad. How you doing, bud? Awesome. So met him earlier. So here's the thing is, look around you, folks. They've got us where we don't have any spark or life. And look at the gray, black, gray, black, gray. Just everywhere. Just look across the streets, folks. Wake up. You're bricks in the wall. It turns you into zombies, the system. Now I'm gonna tell you, so look all the way down there. I'm gonna do it slow. Look at this. Not now, you know, gray and black's good colors. I'm not gonna say that, but man, you don't see any blues. Even my mother, she still wears some nice blues and some other colors, you know, some yellow. But oh, there's a gal with a yellow. I mean, look at this. Now the reason I'm bringing it up is that one of the sisters had mentioned that they're doing this with the transgender stuff, and no insult to anybody out there, that there's no longer even blue and there used to be blue and pink. Carriages. No, carriages. Sorry. Cough, sorry. Yeah, baby stuff, you know, like car seats and stuff. Now, look down that street. Look at that. Just a solid wall of black and gray. Now, I'll get into why this is so. They said that they want it to be transgender so that, like in the bathrooms, that, you know, we don't have just a clear separation to pink and blue, okay? So now you're seeing just gray everything. Gray. Look at this. I'll do slower. Look at this. I mean, geez. Oh, we got some blue over here. There's a guy in blue. Some blue there. Oh, some pinking. Look around you, folks. And I actually just met some family from Mississippi, and I talked to them. And this gal, she's younger, she's just cool as heck, her and her family. And she was talking about how they were, I saw them because they're smiling. I said, my gosh, don't smile, you're gonna break somebody's face. I said, geez, you're gonna scare them. And she goes, they're just smiling. She actually said she's just coming around the corner crying, because she said, I've never been exposed to this big city and just the sadness of these people. You know, they're trying to drink away their sadness. They've been beaten so bad by the system. They've been pushed down, shoved down, kicked down, and it hurts. And she said, I'm from a small town. I used to say, well, she goes, we're also from Mississippi. We don't have this in Mississippi. Well, I said, welcome to New Colorado, Calification of Colorado, whatever we call it. You know, the term, man, the people do not smile. Look at, there is zero smiles on these people's faces and stuff like that. I mean, you're kidding me. I mean, come on, the kids smile still. So you get a smirk or two here, but God, in her whole family, they're the ones that are smiling, and they're just good, wholesome. Yeah, and they had other terms too, like, man, where's the neighborly smile? Even it's not about neighborly love and help out neighbor. He goes, where's that neighborly smile? I said, you won't see it. I said, go to Chicago. Oh, they've got the limo of goods and dead money. I tell you about. Take your dead money, dead goods, dead material. You're looking at a lot of dead material. Just dead. It's still, you can't do anything with it. So anyway, they're being distracted here. People, I'm not saying everybody goes out there and does a bunch of weird rainbow crap, because we know that's a weird one too, with the whole lesbian and gay community. But look at this, man. You'll see a smile. Oh, there's that cute smiles. The smiles at people's faces are broken. Jeez, just unreal. And see, people said, I don't see the world like you do, Kirk. It's your own reality. The reality is, the world is because you, and I'm not saying you should expose yourself to this, because that is my role, to be a witness, to see what's going on. And you know, and I got exposed to this, and it just drives me hard. It just breaks my soul. And then you got this stupid thing called the party bike. We got party bikes now. So look at this. Now, you know, God, I was just telling my mother, you know, it's fine to go and have a funness and do some things reasonable, but you know, you got children here, and you know, they're seeing the exposure. You got a girl, this gal, I think she was probably, I don't know, 18, that I was talking about earlier, and she's like, oh, I'm heart, and that's at 18. I'm thinking about a child who they're gonna think that this is normal. And you gotta see some of these kids' faces, they're like in fear, like what is happening? I know it's the crowd noise too, but you can see them looking at their faces, like trying to understand the drinking and the screaming and things like this. They're trying to comprehend it, because what they see is programmed in their brains, and it's not just the news. We talked about the news, but then we feed it even more by what's happening in the streets. That's why you got to be that person that takes your family and keep pushing, you know. And it is good. I told the mother of this lady, it is good that your kids get exposed to it at the right age so they can see what's happening in the rest of the world, because it drives them towards away from those discouraging things towards the positive things, encouraging, right? So it drives them to this. It drives them more to that world. So, you know, because otherwise they're going to be blinded someday, and it's going to be even harder for them to understand or deal with. So, you know what I mean? So you got to understand those things as well. And I told my mother, you know, the world is going to respond the way you give it. You know what I mean? You know, and you got to love yourself before the world loves you, and things like that. And that's your reflection of what you have inside will reflect outside. So you got to work on your inner, because you can't smile down the streets if you already hate yourself. And so many people hate themselves. You should not hate yourself whatsoever. Love yourself, because you can't love anybody unless you love yourself. So I'm telling you, if you're struggling with loving yourself, you got to do that first, and then you can love the world. Because I had the same issue. You know, Saz, I didn't know how to love myself, and now I love myself, and I love the Father and Lord too. Because you can't accomplish all those things and feel the love of the Father and Lord if you're hating yourself. So don't hate yourself. And if you don't love yourself because somebody's you know, programmed you or been mean to you or all these things, you got to let it go. You let those things go and just love yourself, okay? Because that is key. And you'll find a lot of people say this, I didn't know about loving myself. You got to do it. And because no matter, you know, sometimes it's the younger ones, it's somebody in school, the bullies that make you, put you down and make you look like, you know, they're saying you're not worth crap, or they tease you and pick on you. Well, don't worry about that. Love yourself. Don't let them tear you down. Sometimes, you know, I've made mistakes, and I've hurt family members by words because I was trying to encourage them, but you don't do it by insulting them or making them feel guilty. Those are mistakes I made. I'm like, well, I'm just trying to wake them up. And yes, you do have to use tough love. You do. My mother's used on me. There's times where you just got to tell people the truth. You know, this hurts people. Quit doing this or do that. But you got to make sure you use the right approach. And you got to make sure that you don't instill guilt or anger that even brings them back further into that not loving themselves. So it's a tricky business. And that's why we're here. It's a church, it's a school, it's a learning ground. People don't realize this is just a temporary place so that we learn to be together, so that we can work together in heaven and have good people there and that understand and go through this. And that's why I find people who've been suffering torture, because they understand how to control and be through this system before. You can be overblessed where, you know, you're just sitting in a corner and never being exposed to this other world, and that's the problem. Because some people make it there anyway, but it's hard. It's harder, you know what I mean? You know, because they were difficult. It looks like this huge photo. And that's a family business. See the people smiling. Like family of God. Lost my voice. Been talking so much. And I'm exhausted. So, he does what's, you see him just, they'll write some story off the bat. You give them like a keyword or something, or some key basic stuffing, and they'll just write a whole story off the bat. They're pretty good at ad-libbing. The thing I was wondering is how they're ad-libbing so fast, and you know, I'm sure they have kind of like a basic scripts in their head for keywords, or have some technique of doing this. But I'm sorry, I was distracted and wasn't holding the video that well. And I'm looking at crazy town here. The Zion's gone. Zion. So It's a Crawtow. A Crawtow on the crazy town. But I see, the thing is that I've been trained to monitor everything. I'm walking behind me, in front of me, around me. I'm onto the whole situation. I can see every person, and I'm not judging, and it's not being weird. I've had to learn just to observe. I'm scanning, boom, boom. One thing that I've learned today, which I think the Father and Lord, is how to discern people's. The lady prophet over here, Penny, she's the one taught me how to kind of understand where people are their issues, where they're coming from, just to know what kind of approach to approach them. You know what I mean? You know, you can read somebody who's got a guilt issue or might be cheating on her husband or things like that. And we don't judge people, but it gives you a way of maybe how you should approach that person, or who might be the individual you're trying to help. But you know, and sometimes people have to figure it out on their own. You just leave them alone. That you let the whole situation blow up. You just give it to God and let the Lord just take care of those things, and just pray for them. You know, pray that there's things going. He's got a bloodline. Sure, look at that. My goodness, that red dog has the bloodline. You kidding me? I can split. Man, that shirt you got, it's got the bloodline. It's rare. That shirt is worth $1 million. You know why?
Yeah.
The flag's changed here behind you. Stand behind you.
Huh?
See that white line there and that blue stripe?
Yeah.
That blue square? They changed the flag on us. All the bed stores. It's called the bloodline.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you, buddy. It's real.
Is it? No kidding.
Look it up.
All right, I'll check it out.
Look up, called the Mandela effect. It's called the Mandela effect. They've lied to us. It's called the bloodline stripe. The red was always there. They changed the white. Trump doesn't know what he did. Figure. Sorry. All right, guys. All right. So, just had a Mandela effect residue of a shirt. Someone knows the truth. The blood running. So, the Mandela effect is real. Hope it isn't scary. Don't lose your mind. The Mandela effect has special meaning to some of us. Even if you can't see the Mandela effect, does not mean you have an issue. It means that certain people have a certain purpose. I can see the Mandela effect every day, and that's what scared the hell out of me and drove me to the Father and Lord. Mandela effect occurred because we wanted to know. I didn't mean to cuss in that last part, but the Mandela effect was important for the Father to awaken people to certain truths that need to be said. Okay, so don't panic if you don't understand Mandela effect. If you do, then we've analyzed what we think is happening around that, okay? And you gotta be kidding me. I'm seeing something over here. Wait. Okay. All right. I thought I saw something. I'm studying something. Okay, so anyway, sorry for the pause there. But if you have any questions about that, again, you can email me at kjames1424@gmail.com. That's KJAMS1424@gmail.com. Or you can even text me or call me, 720-273-2453. Again, that's Kurt James, 720-273-2453. And because I don't want anybody to get confused and concerned, okay? So if you have any questions, email me or call me. Because I always complain that people leaving the dark in here, like having issues, okay? And so it's just not just about, if you need any help in other ways, feel free to do this, okay? Just feel free. God bless you all, love you, and keep praying for me because it's been a nightmare, and pray for other brothers and sisters because there's ones that we don't know how tough it is from out there. It's tough for all of us, okay? So, but we still, you got to stay positive. Keep, like I said, let the world have peace and joy. I've discovered that if I pray early in the morning for a good day, usually ends up responding. And also, I've learned just to stay positive. Don't talk too much negativity, and the world is a lot better. Okay? Love y'all. Peace.